Hello and welcome friends, my name is Sonu Singh and once again you have started watching me to this YouTube channel. So today I have a story for you. Once upon a time, Guru Dronacharya was sleeping in his room at night and then he heard the twanging of bow and arrow. He doubted it for enemy. He thought maybe some enemy would be trying to attack. So he secretly followed the sound. When he went outside, he couldn't see the face of the person who was holding the bow and arrow. So again he secretly trying to reach to that person, and when he reached to the person, he saw that it was his own pupil Arjun. So he got irritated and he asked that, "What are you doing at night here?" So Arjun replied that, "I was taking my dinner and with the air, the candle, the lamp put off. And then I realized one thing, that when I was eating without any light, my hand was finding the food in the plate and it was directing it towards my mouth, and there was no problem, there was no error. And through this activity, I realized that if I train my hand, it will also be able to shoot in the dark. And that's why I took my bow and arrow and I came here for the practice." So Guru Dronacharya was really happy by hearing this answer because he always had this blame that he always favored the Arjun. So he got the chance to show other people that why he liked Arjun the most. In morning, he set a bird, which was artificial bird, on the tree, and he called all his pupils like Kaurav, Pandavas and his own son Ashwatthama. So one by one he started calling to everyone. So he called Duryodhan and he asked, "Duryodhan, what do you see on the tree?" So Duryodhan looked at the tree and replied, "I see the leaves, I see the branches." And again Guru Dronacharya asked that, "What do you see now?" So he said that, "I see you, I see Pandavas and I see other people standing here." He called the Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira came, took the bow and arrow, and Guru Dronacharya started asking the same question. And the answer was also same. Then his son Ashwatthama came. Ashwatthama was a bit confused that what is happening. He was the son of the Guru Dronacharya. So he also picked up the bow and arrow, and then Guru Dronacharya asked the same question to Ashwatthama. "Ashwatthama, what do you see?" So he replied that, "I see tree, I see branches, I see Pandavas, I see Kauravas, I see you." So Guru Dronacharya said that, "Now put your bow and arrow on the table and go back." At last he called his pupil Arjun. Arjun came, picked up the bow and arrow and started looking at the tree. So Guru Dronacharya asked him that, "Arjun, what do you see?" And Arjun replied that, "I see the eye of the bird." Again Guru Dronacharya asked that, "What do you see?" So again Arjun replied that, "I only see the eye of the bird." Then Guru Dronacharya permitted him to shoot, and Arjun shot the arrow and it hit the eye of the bird but came down. So he started explaining everyone that if you want to achieve a goal in your life, it is very important for you to have the unshakable focus on your goal. If you are determined, if you have the focus on your goal, there are chances that you will achieve it. There is one story about Swami Vivekananda that he was in America and he was crossing a bridge. Few people were trying to shoot a floating object in the river because they were practitioners of the shooting. So Swami Vivekananda asked them that, "Could I get a chance?" So they started laughing at him and they said that, "We practice shooting and we are not able to shoot. And on the other hand, you are just wearing the clothes of a saint and you look like a monk. How will you shoot it?" So he just asked for the chance, and then ultimately he got the gun. And when he took the gun, he started staring at the floating object. After focusing on that object for some time, he shot 3-4 times. And all the time he shot exactly on the same place. Seeing this, all the people who were standing there, they were confused, they were amazed that how did it happen that someone who is looking like a monk, he had this much sharp shooting skill. So they asked Swami Vivekananda that, "Do you practice the shooting?" So he replied that, "No. I did one thing, that I focused my attention on the floating object so well that I was only looking at the floating object. Rest of the things disappeared. And when I achieved this state of focus, I shot. And that's the reason I shot it exactly at the right spot." So all these stories indicate towards one thing, that if you have to achieve something, focus your all the attention on one thing and then start making progress. No one can stop you from getting the success. Speaking English is not a difficult thing. We all try, we all start, but after some time we'll leave it. But with time, you have to increase your focus. You have to eliminate all the problems, and only then you can become one of the best speaker. I hope that you will get something from this story, and if you like this story, then hit the subscribe button, like and share with your friends. Thank you for staying with me. See you in next video.